Spinning. We're live. Derek Maynor for his first live appearance. I didn't know what
Where's
was
the
happening.
theme song at? Is the theme song on? Is my microphone on?
Your microphone's on. I can hear you.
All right, I'm a fist away.
Fist of heaven's just
Wait, should I
a
have
fist
brought my
away.
Should I have brought my own headset or headphones?
Well, no, I don't have an amplifier for it. I had to get an amplifier to come off of this. This is going to turn into my road rig pretty soon. I'm going to get a four. This has like a USB extender. I can plug that camera into it and set it up in people's like hotel rooms or their house.
Well, hotel rooms, there's business there, but
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Waffle House Chronicles that we
Oh, yeah.
discussed. 'Cause
Yeah, that'll
you're
be
going to have something really compact depending on what table. Actually, man, you can have a really small spot at
Yeah, that's
Waffle
all
House
I need.
depending on when you show up.
This and this. This was my whole podcast rig when I first started.
So that thing records and does it. This did it all?
Yeah, I connected these microphones to it. It's the Ghost Hunter. It's got XLRs in the bottom.
Oh, and then you just pull the data off from there.
It has a SD card reader in it.
Interesting.
That's what I used at first. When we did it on Skype, it was just on that. But when I went to other people's houses, I took that, and that's where I didn't have video for the longest.
So there's probably more technology in here than we had to put someone on the moon, right?
Yeah, very topical. Yeah, that's definitely that thing is more technological advanced than your first computer.
Yeah, and then we know this thing is because Tim Cook tells us so.
Tim Cook made it happen.
Yes.
Tim Cook and all his still alive, not Steve Jobs. Self.
But your theory now is that it's killing the one.
Yeah, it's
off
killed
camera.
it's killed my iMac.
Is it affecting your iPhone any? Are you total Apple ecosystem, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're all Apple. Cute apple tree. I think my iPhone's good because it's an X. It's only one gen for being brand new, so it's not critical gen. All right, let's see what we got here. For those listening who gave feedback, we have a outline here. I don't know how close we're going to follow it.
Probably not.
Because if a rabbit hole starts, I'm not stopping it. But what I was going to say is you can follow me on Instagram, Bobby Dizzle Podcast, and Twitter, Bobby Dizzlecast. I keep forgetting to update Twitter. Every time I do it, it's been like a month since I've touched it. I don't even think people who listen to this show have Twitter anymore. It's just old people that like to follow hashtags that figured out what hashtags were. Finally.
I think it's literally just Donald Trump, some of those Kardashian girls.
Yeah.
I think their dad, mom, and I think that's all that's on Twitter.
And that big tooth lady that wants to send all the Amazon from New York. The bartender. AOC.
The big tooth
That
lady.
big old tooth lady that danced to the Boston shirt.
You know, I've known a lot of wise service industry workers, I guess, like food service bartenders, who I think would have been better if we had to pick. Because I mean, they are smart, and you have to have a social skill and a tolerance, and you learn a lot. Especially if you're a bartender, everyone will open up to you and tell you anything you want to hear, or actually probably don't want to hear. So she's probably representing a lot of people, but I think she got a little too much too fast. I'm not saying she wouldn't be good, because I really don't like any politician, but man, she's letting it loose.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just gonna say everything I've always wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I get 2 years regardless.
I don't think. Hey, Trump does the same thing. It just falls out that mouth, dude.
Yeah, she's like
it just falls out.
She's like the anti-Trump.
Man, yeah, really.
Let's see here. Got the AOC. How did that happen? The
The
big
AOC.
two. Oh, I was telling Randy this morning about who he goes. Does Derek Maynor even exist? I've never seen you two in the same building at the same time. I said, yeah, we met.
Yeah.
Because I knew him for 10 years. Because I trolled him in Auburn statuses.
Yeah.
After Cam Newton came along.
Man, it makes me feel old to think that, not just when that happened, but just to think that's Auburn fan problems though. But just even stuff that's changed since then.
Oh, it's like a whole different program.
Yeah. It's
wanted to have the same logo. They tried everything. They tried baking a cake. Tried like sniffing the dirt.
Tried it all, man. But it's a hard. It's a. I don't know if that's on your agenda or not. We're really close to football season.
Oh yeah, I got
But just Auburn sports and all, man. It's not for the romantic. Like it just doesn't.
I couldn't imagine. No wonder everybody in Auburn, like, I believe in Auburn and love it, instead of I believe in Auburn football. It's like they're all
Filter out bandwagon fans real fast. I mean, like, I love all the sports down there. I really do. I don't get to follow them as close as I used to. You get older, you get busier. But, I mean, a few years ago, hell of a softball run, a hell of a basketball run. Hey, we had a hell of a baseball run. football. I mean, it's just like, man, it's just heartbreak after heartbreak, and I guess you just keep waiting for the next random sport to pop up and do good. A little bit of a heartbreak, a little bit of a heartbreak. You just keep going, I guess.
That's funny though, because it's with this recent one with the basketball, everybody's like, yeah, Auburn basketball. I'm like, I forgot Alabama had a basketball team.
There's, you know what? That's I guess it's hard. I don't not see that being, because it's people still don't think anything else outside of Alabama than football. I'm not really saying that's wrong. With as successful as that program, and you're a dummy to not recognize that success, but you get reminded of every Auburn sport because, like I just said, we get right there, and we make good runs. Hires, and then bam, all right, back up, bam. So
kick them in the mouth. We're good for that 1 year, and then Florida State happens. Oh shit!
Well, that's bad again. I do. I used to have a little bit of a con where I know when I was down at Auburn. During the Ellis years, and I learned that if you go to like we would go to like women's sports games because they would just try to get anybody there. They would try to give away like an iPod, or it would always be a free T-shirt or something.
What?
Dude, I probably had like 12 women's basketball T-shirts. I'd probably cut the sleeves out of half of them, but I lived off free T-shirts from Auburn Athletics for a long time.
You didn't get the free credit card application and put Rusty Shackelford on it for the beach towel and the T-shirt?
Well, it's a funny story. When I was managing a self-storage place down there, all the credit card vultures would come down and rent storage units. And I'm talking, that's literally what it was. It's just slammed full of T-shirts. Because, I don't know if they're vultures like they used to be on campuses. But, man, you tell a dumb kid walking to his class that, hey, man, free T-shirt. All you gotta do is sign up for this 30% interest. Same thing happens to privates in the military. Man, they will give their life away. Get that free T-shirt,
beach towel.
Yeah, beach towel or T-shirt. You literally use that card for a bar tab, and 4 years later, they're making a mortgage payment from something they did at Supper Club 6 years ago.
That's
R.I.P. the Supper Club.
Didn't it burn down?
No, it did not burn down. They like everything else in a beautiful place. They ripped it down for housing or condos or
what?
That place, man.
That was like an Auburn icon. Even I knew about it,
dude. It was an SEC icon. It was. I'm talking that place on away game weekends, dude. It would be slammed full of people from everywhere. And now I will say I seen a few brawls in there or whatever, but like it literally just was like a happy place.
The Supper Club. I like how it's called the Supper Club. I keep thinking one of Pintos or something. You go in there, it's like a dive bar. This isn't supper at all.
There's a dude that told me that when I don't know the full history. I may get part of this wrong, but to serve alcohol like after midnight. So, but back in the day when it was a restaurant, I knew a guy who told me his grandmother. It was a restaurant when it was high end, so she was paying for like all her grandkids' tuitions, and she would get credit card statements. And he told me that she was so proud that he was learning and eating very well because she saw all these meals at the Supper Club, and I guess apparently it went through like all the grandkids, and nobody would tell Meemaw like, like that. I don't ever remember seeing any food there.
Little Johnny is a drunk.
Yeah, like
he's spending thousands of dollars on Pintos.
Yeah, I mean, no one. That was the stories that no one ever told her different.
That really happened.
Yeah, so yeah, it really happened. Man. Not to me, of course, but I know that it happened to a guy.
I never thought of that. I know I used to play cards at Northeast and waste a lot of money and time there, but I never put it on a credit card. Good old Northeast. Never failed more classes at a college.
I think that's a common story that sets people up to go on to bigger or better things or to not leave. Unfortunately, I skipped that round. I went to the Army. I didn't hit a community college till I got to Southern Union, which was I probably did the same thing there I would have done at Northeast, but I was, I guess, a little bit more motivated because things, I could just transfer right there and not have to really move. But
I never made a single A in college till I moved to Tuscaloosa. I guess it's because I was 200 miles from my tree stand. Because I would go hunting every day when I was at Northeast. I was like, I ain't even...
Easy distractions, man. That happens.
Nobody told me I didn't have to go to class. That's everybody calls Northeast easy. I'm thinking, it's like, yeah, I'll let you know when I show up for one. Years at a time. Are you ever going to do anything serious? Probably not.
I heard what is it? Everybody always told me they would sit out there and play cards. There was always poker games and bridge, or like people. I heard it was a card playing.
Oh, that's all it was.
mecca
That's
at
all
the
I
student
did.
union.
I got a curly fries, a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and played cards all day. And
No.
Philly cheesesteak.
Was this on campus, or remember? I thought there was like a burger shack like right across the road, or
there
there was
was
something
that.
at one time, right?
There's one. It looks like a cabin, like a house. It's a burger
Yeah.
joint, but I never went there. I just hung out. Had that cashier named Mr. Clean. We called him. I can't think. I think his name was David or Daryl, and he was there every day, and we sat there and played. A lot of people played spades. I played hearts all the time.
Now, did you do anything in the theater group? I've always heard it being called the off Broadway of Sand Mountain. Did
It
you ever
really
do-
is. I never did.
Yeah.
Of course, I never went to class anyway, so.
I mean,
I might have.
I have seen people try to sell like their tickets to Shrek or whatever they're performing out there, and I've seen like there's an aftermarket for it. I guess they
They're
sell
good.
out.
They're really good. I've been to
That's
a half
good.
dozen up there, and what's his name? Webb. I think Jonathan Webb. I graduated with him, or his dad's the head of it. Sterling Webb. Jonathan and Sterling Webb. Their dad runs it, and he's stone cold. He makes that place Gestapo. 10 Hut Snap 2.
Good.
It's just like Huntsville High's Mike Chappell, who will be on the podcast, was just as good.
Yeah, I mean, like they actually having commercials for your high school theater group. Man, I wouldn't even thought of back where we're from, or much less. But I see where it's sell. I've seen people on like the different yard sale sites. Hey, I'm looking for 2 tickets to Peter Pan, and I guess people scalp them here. I don't know.
I'll do anything for Annie. Joseph and his multicolored dream coat.
It's
Anything.
I don't guess people can pick up the what's going on in the background.
No, I'm sure they can hear something.
You will if you hear some lightsaber noises. They're not real lightsabers, but
We're just lucky they're not even in here on us.
yeah, they picked up and entertained themselves very quickly.
Phones. Oh, I thought that was something else. That's interesting because I was gonna bring this up. I think yesterday. I actually had this in my head. I was like Scottsboro. Like everybody in this area is from there. I'm like, would you ever go back and move back to Scottsboro if you had to? What would it take? Besides half the people leaving that you don't like. They're all listening now,
Man.
so no pressure.
I know it's a loaded question.
I think about it every day. Like, should I move back? I mean, the drive wasn't a thing when I lived there. I mean, but if I moved back, I know I'd be bored, and I know I'd be like, "Where's Chick-fil-A? Damn it!"
I think I'm a homebody. I really have turned into a homebody. But when I don't want to be a homebody,
I forgot to put the picture of Scottsboro up. That's up now.
Oh, that's when I need. That's when I need a monitor. I guess I could have followed
I
live right here.
should have brought them. I should have brought them
We're
on.
learning. I think. I guess if I made the same salary, had the same living, it might make it worth it.
I think I would retire there. I think I probably will.
Yes, I would. I would, and
Which is what they want. That's their thing.
yeah, you could tell that from the Facebook comments on anything related to whether it's removing a guard from the courthouse or the trash pickup or a 1 cent sales tax. Like,
This is a retirement community.
they people fly off the handle. I would say if I was retiring and my kids are already, I guess pretty much, my dad's still there and he just won't retire. He's got a good spot. God forbid if something ever happened to him. I wouldn't mind having a spot like his or that spot.
Yeah, moving back to where you grew up.
Yeah.
Remodel the place.
Yeah, I'd go back. I would retire there for sure because, but then that's the thing is like when you get to that age where you literally have to have a doctor's appointment for everything every day. Well, everybody older doctors are in Huntsville, so
Yeah, they all come. Like once a week, my grandparents come to Huntsville. Just have some kind of finger or something. Shit. Just hey, woo 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 woo.
they come to Huntsville to doctors for fill in the blank and
Somethingologist.
Now, have your and also the old retired people, they've got the money to buy the early Costco membership. So the early Costco crowd, it's a force to reckon with.
I didn't even know that was an option. Changes the game.
I think you have to. I know there's a business. There's an early hour one that lets you in an hour early. Huh?
First dibs on the shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd pay it.
Well, sample day, they'll already have shrimp and stuff like that out because a lot of these older people that are going to the doctor, they've already ate lunch by 9, so they're ready to get back home anyways.
They're about ready for bed about 9:45. About the time
But to answer your question,
Price is
yes.
Right comes on.
Yeah, I would retire there. But, having, especially now with my son and well, just kids in general, it's I guess there's getting to be more stuff to do in Scottsboro.
I think it's starting to improve a little bit. One of my big things is the restaurant. I mean, I think that's where I'd get the borders because they got that theater. It's got 10 screens now, or 8.
And that was huge. That was great. That was great. I was glad I didn't live there when that happened.
It kept me there another 9 months.
Now, truthfully, my first job was at the Holiday Cinema.
Really?
At the old theater, the 2-theater one down there by Lucky's. That was, I guess, the building may still be owned by the
it's
Work
still
family.
There. It's working with David Johnson and what was that girl's name? Amanda that always worked there. I can't think of her name.
Well, I know the Taylor girls.
There was a Haley.
There was the Taylor family. Their girls, they worked there forever. That's how I knew them. And I guess I might have been like 14 when I started literally picking up popcorn cups in between. Because in between shows, man, you had like 15 minutes. Because this is when you had to reset the film back up.
Yeah, and had that big thing up top.
Yeah, and the kids like me who I don't really. I'm not trying to. I was probably breaking some child labor laws.
Oh, totally.
Because to get in free and to hang out, because literally that was probably the safest place to hang out.
Scottsboro in the 90s.
Yeah, we'd run in there and have to pick up all the cups and get it ready for the next crew. And then I guess when I got of age to start making some money, I got behind the counter, sold tickets, learned how to set up the movie reels. And it was very neat, man, because you get the new movie, you'd have to splice it all together. Yeah, I guess that's a dead art. I guess there's still film from whenever Tarantino and these guys do their random.
I think they try to do it some. It's like those ancient ones, but they're digital.
Yeah,
it probably comes in an SD card.
Yeah, instead of actually having a carrier bring it, and you would have these metal like small lockers.
Yeah, look like you got a nuke.
Yeah, they were heavy. And I remember we had a ladder. We'd have to get up there on the walkway and then get up on the sign. And it was a pretty intense. It was a fun job.
I've been up in that projection room a few times. I was always, me and Blake Johnson, his dad ran the place, pretty much co-owned it, I think. Mm-hmm. David. So I was up there a bunch.
Now, was he the one that was a sheriff's deputy? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I remember him and his wife. They did like a it may not have been him, but I do remember there was a sheriff's deputy and his wife who would come and do like the deep clean of it after.
Oh yeah, that was definitely him.
Yeah, I got to thinking about when there was a Dane Cook bit where he talks about sticky movie theater floors.
Oh yeah,
and it hit home. I'm gonna leave it at that, but it hit home because I will say I think it's just people spilling shit. There
used to be rats in there too. No one wants to talk about that.
Oh, dude, yes.
I remember seeing the rats.
100% rats in that thing. And I just saw another thing. We went and saw the Toy Story 4 a few weeks ago. Pretty hard. When you watch a movie like that, whether you like it or not, you learn to love it when you have a kid. It was sad, great. I'm not here to critique the movie, but you get in there, movie theaters now, like you can pretty much rent a day bed at like the Madison 12 out here by the Top Golf.
You get a servant to bring you shrimp and sushi the whole time.
Yeah, you literally can. Well, I went in there, and of course the line's kind of long, and I went in there with my son so he could watch the beginning. And my wife, she bought him like a 128-ounce Sprite, which he literally walked and spilled on my crotch and in my seat. Not even a minute into it.
It's like $17.50.
Yeah, like
it's like a gallon of gas.
And it was freaking cold. I don't know how it got that cold that fast. I know it's full of ice. I get it, people, but that thing felt like it was literally frozen white. It was needles all over my crotch.
Well, they run it through the coils in that new thing they got. It ain't playing. You don't even need ice anymore.
No, man. It was super cold. Dudes know what I'm talking about. Everything just freaking drew up, and I went and I get out, and you can't find any napkins anywhere. And you ask for a napkin, and they'll hang you like a half a tear of a square.
One napkin.
Yeah, because they don't know if you really bought something. They don't know if you bought a $22 popcorn or not. So they're not giving you any more damn napkins than they have to.
Here's one like go into a wing joint and you get one napkin. Like I'm gonna need all those napkins.
What's wrong with people?
I need an acre of rainforest. I'm about to get sloppy.
They know better. And if that's how they live their life, and they don't use that many napkins, I'm calling bullshit. There's going to be a mess made, and somebody just bought that. Give them the napkins.
Give them a stack. It better have one of them bell rings on it.
Or why is it? Yeah. If you go to McDonald's, I'm one of the few people who I think like regular honey with their chicken nuggets. Not honey mustard. I'm talking about like real deal, bumblebee throw up.
Regular ass honey.
They will hand you one packet if you order 20 packs of nuggets. I've never done that. I don't want to do a chicken nugget challenge, but they'll hand your ass
right now.
one.
Go.
Yeah, they will hand you one half packet of honey. If you come back and ask for another one, you'll get the eye. Now McDonald's isn't like Zaxby's in these places where they have to get you for a quarter, and who carries a quarter on them anymore? Nobody. So if you get an extra sauce, you don't get it. I get if you're getting like 20 sauces, but come on, restaurant people,
bump it up 2 cents. Bump it up 2%.
Give people two packets. Jeez, man.
1 packet per nugget.
Your cost is going up on everything else. You can't blame China and Trump tariffs on that shit. Just give us another packet.
They make ranch dressing in Louisiana, for God's sake. That's great. I don't even remember talking about Scottsboro packets. Speaking of Scottsboro,
the whole thing's a big rabbit hole. Let's keep going.
Scottsboro and ranch dressing. Like, you put ranch on that? Oh yeah, it didn't have ranch on it, did it? It needed ranch.
You ever seen anybody put ranch on their spaghetti?
I'm sure.
Oh, I got a kid at the house that does it. Anna. She puts, the kid's been a ranch addict forever.
Like on spaghetti, like sauce, or like get the spoon of spaghetti and dip it in the ranch.
On it. Poured some on it last night, as a matter of fact.
It can't take me that long. Can't taste that bad. It's ranch.
She doesn't give anything a chance. It's just ranch. I think she puts it in her water. I think she would. A little dried up ranch. They do. They make the ranch dressing dried up powders. You can just dump that in your water.
I don't think she gives anything a chance.
No.
Does it taste good at all?
That actually sounds god awful.
Well, most stuff with ranch does. You ever put ranch in taco seasoning, or a Rotel, the whole packet of ranch in there?
I've never done that.
Yeah, when I make Rotel, it gets a packet of ranch.
What about on corn? What about on we didn't talk about this last time. What about corn? Are you realize like roasted corn and Mexican street corn and stuff? Do you realize what people put on there?
Oh, it's a plethora of stuff.
My dad.
It's all the things.
I think my dad might have been at Collinsville at Trade Day or somewhere, and he was at the house one night, and we grilled some corn on the grill, and he put mayonnaise on there. I like mayonnaise. I do. And I thought it was odd. And he said, I guess he was somewhere they didn't have butter, and they suggested mayonnaise, and he pretty much scoffed at him like, no.
It can't be that bad. I mean,
you're nasty.
It's like one click from butter.
You're right.
It's just pure fat.
Now I put it on there, dude. It's a game changer. Everyone thinks I'm gross. I get it. I tried it. I love it. Mayonnaise and sprinkle some like Tony Chachere's on it.
Oh yeah, it's a clinger.
Then put her back on the grill for like 10 seconds on each side.
It's chemically, it's nothing more than butter with something else, with like another flavor.
And butter's like one chemical, or wait,
margarine.
Margarine's margarine's pretty much chugging plastic.
I was like, don't you dare badmouth butter on this podcast, mister. Butter-friendly podcast.
Margarine, or what's the other fake shit they try to sell?
I can't believe it's
buttery
not butter.
Topping.
I can't believe it's not butter. The Spritz. Country Crock.
Yeah, people. That what's bad is it's been marketing as like a healthy alternative.
It's fat free. Yeah, it's pure poison.
Yeah, it's literally a melted crayon in your.
You know what else is fat free? Strychnine. Mm-hmm. And cyanide.
The right label on it. Somebody will freaking chug it, get their Weight Watcher points or whatever they do.
That's what these barbecue competition guys do. They get those. It's like a bottle about this size full of the margarine. You squirt it on them ribs, wrap it in foil, and it basically
No.
Like somebody said, it's not supposed to be healthy. It's supposed to taste good. I'm like, I don't know if that's true, because butter is. But everybody thinks butter's bad for you because it's fat. Butter's not bad for you. It's what you eat with the butter that's bad for you, because you put it on bread, like stacks and stacks of bread. Now, why is this bread ain't bad? It's just made of grain.
I got a dog that's addicted to bread. My boxer Sadie. She's getting older, and I was trying to think the other day, like if you go buy one of those like 2-foot baguettes or whatever from Publix, I'm telling you, dude, she will literally. I think that damn dog will pull a chair up and get on the counter. She will yank down the whole thing of bread and eat it. So it's like me when I'm at Carrabba's, man. I have to slow down.
Eating the presto, whatever it's called.
I mean, I will destroy it. I'll get one to take home. I love it. It's bad for you. I know. I get it. But it's great.
My wife's going to text me.
She goes, who's this? Who's this? Well, now she'll know who.
She knows who Derek Maynor is. She
Bo,
said,
Bo is a local celebrity. We go places. He knows people that I don't even know, man. That kid, he is quite the North Madison County celebrity.
She wants to know if Bo was eating.
Yeah, we just came from McDonald's. He's gonna lie and say no and try to get a popsicle or something.
We have enough. He can take a grocery sack home as a consolation prize.
Yeah, bring home a Walmart bag of squash if we got it.
We got some cherry tomatoes.
That was like the original parting gift growing up. When you go to somebody's house that had a garden. Well, hold on, let me give you something. They bring out a Piggly Wiggly bag shoved full of gourds of some sort or tomatoes. But you ever notice people don't give you their good tomatoes. I don't blame them.
No, you get them little ratty ones with a spot in them.
You get that one that's got like you give those like it's got like a day left on it where you got to make a decision. You going to can it or you going to eat it on the way home?
Yeah.
Because it's it.
Well, that's the best kind because those are the super ripe ones that are all taste like that earthy dirt.
I don't like mine too ripe. I like my tomato to be almost cuttable and laid out like a steak.
I'm thinking, well, if it's got the yellow in the middle, it's not any good. I hate that part. And it's got to be strawberries and tomatoes, blood red on the inside. That's when they're the best. That's when they're prime for the mayonnaise and the white bread, the Maynor sandwich, as it is called.
You ever heard of people eating pineapple sandwiches on mayonnaise?
Yeah. I think I'd rather have that grilled first.
Yes. And I'm a believer in pineapple is a pizza topping. You can play devil's advocate.
So I'd rather not have it, but it's because I'd rather have like meat. But it doesn't taste bad.
Well, I like it with ham. When they have the Hawaiian pizzas, like I guess I like it as a contrast every now and then, kind of like something salty with chocolate or something. I'm good with pineapples.
Some people are adamantly against it.
There's people raging about grilling watermelon. I can't bring myself to do it. Frozen watermelon is one of my favorite treats.
Frozen
watermelon. Well, you can't get it rock solid. Frozen watermelon, frozen grapes. I guess you could also grill a grape if you wanted to. It's got to be a really small grill. But, I mean, I think frozen's great.
Hey, there's a little one. Watch out. Oh, look how they've learned to manipulate. What are you doing?
Yeah, in the podcast room.
Look who's back. What is that?
I got it from the Joy store.
The Joey store?
Yeah.
She makes an appearance.
I put in money in it.
There's money in that thing?
Awkward.
It has a zip up to put money in it.
She always has to make an appearance. That's why I don't like it, because she would just start beating on it.
Might as well let him in.
You let them diffuse it, they'll leave.
I
Had to be out of damn coffee.
I just noticed some of the art. Did you do any of the coloring on the far side of the what we got?
I did the middle one. The rest of them are kids' original. I drew the alien.
Which alien? Dora the Explorer? Or I'm sorry, no, that's
That's Jake of the Neverland Pirates.
sorry.
Which?
Whoops.
What the hell?
Sorry about that. We haven't been on Disney in a while. We left that, and that was still probably pretty racist,
Dora.
or whatever people want to say. But we haven't been on a Disney kick in a while.
Dora and Jake are two different people.
No, wait, the dude. Oh, Diego. I'm sorry. That's right.
Jake is a different story.
We haven't been on. We've been on. We finally transitioned to superheroes, and I learned you
That's
start
a hard
worrying
turn to
about-
make.
Yeah, well, I mean, we loved everything Disney, and then we got on a Peppa Pig kick for a while.
Oh God, he turned British. Started eating his tea.
Yeah.
Drinking his tea.
And that's what concerned me. I was like, man, what is this kid's going the wrong way? And then out of nowhere one day, man, we're just Hulk smashing and just jumping off shit like Spider-Man. We went to superheroes pretty quick.
Good.
And dinosaurs. Real fast.
I don't like how my kids think dinosaurs are scary. I'm like, would you stop thinking they're scary?
Society has done that. I'm sure they would still. There's animals alive now that scare me more than a dinosaur.
Yeah,
Squirrels.
like Democrats. I mean, squirrels. Yeah,
Yeah.
Squirrels and raccoons.
Well, there was a question. I may have been on like the Rocket, one of their polls of what animal or something would be the scariest if it was horse size.
Oh shit.
And I was terrified that I thought about it, but I was also terrified the more people brought it up is that if squirrels were the size of horses,
Man, you could
people couldn't go outside.
use their tails as some kind of weapon.
You could ride them.
It'd be
I don't know if you could ride one.
furniture stuffed with tails.
Could you ride a squirrel? Could anybody ride a squirrel?
It would be like
Could Lane Frost ride a squirrel?
Lane-
Could anybody ride a squirrel?
R.I.P. Lane Frost.
Yeah.
And Luke Perry. Would that roll
Ooh.
didn't, that roll didn't fare very well.
Forgot about
Ooh, R.I.P. Riverdale will never be the same. Let's see. It's
I don't think you could ride a squirrel. I don't think they could
what
either.
was that movie where their genitals were Avatar? Their genitals were the ponytail, and they like plugged in their little USB ponytail into the Velociraptor flyer. That's the closest thing to riding a squirrel because it was like, "Rah!" And it could go anywhere.
It'd be scary. I think they would rip people's houses apart. They would eat like. I mean, I think it would. I really don't think there would be as many humans on Earth. What do we have now? Like 5 billion, or is that just India?
9,
7
to 9.
I think we would have probably 1,800 people on the planet if squirrels were that big.
And squirrels be like, hey, y'all ever eat human? Tastes like chicken.
We would have never. If the squirrels were that big right now, that means they probably would have been bigger and had bigger ancestors. The human race would not be here. We would have never been able to weaponize against them if they would have been that big the whole time.
Imagine the size of the nuts if the squirrels were the biggest horses.
They'd knock down houses. Yeah, we
were
wouldn't
some big
wouldn't
nuts.
know. We would never be here. We wouldn't have had. We'd have had to live underground. I mean, that's what we'd have had to do. We would have never been able to.
Instead of Planet of the Apes, we Planet of the Squirrels.
Planet of the Squirrels. I mean, we either get underground or we'd have to colonize on the moon if we'd been able to do that. There's no way we would have got this planet back.
So how about this? If squirrels were the size of horses, does a distributive property, would that mean we were the size of like humpback whales?
No.
Or is like squirrels stay that? Squirrels get big,
they would have always been that size. No matter how they got here, this would be as far as we got. I mean, I know the first people are Homo sapiens, whatever, were like 4 foot tall and naked. And I mean, think about it. We as a species have only, do we have a
4
dude
foot
8
tall?
foot? Yeah. I guess very rarely we've had a couple people close to 8 feet.
If they can do it, they'll
footers.
eventually get there regularly.
If they would have been
like 100 years.
Well, here's the other. What if they would evolve and actually got bigger? Okay, no matter what it started, if modern day squirrels were the size of horses, we wouldn't be here.
Would that mean that beavers would be the size of like an elephant?
The squirrels would have ate them all. If they'd have been the only animal out of all the animals in the world, they would be yanking sharks out of the ocean. They would be the only animals on the. That's it.
My mind's just picturing a squirrel.
Dude, I think they would. Grizzly bears. How big is your biggest grizzly bear? 10 foot standing up?
A squirrel would literally be a grizzly bear.
Yeah, grizzly bears. I mean, if they still moved the same and they jumped, trees couldn't hold them.
You'd hear that. Get underground! Get underground!
Well, they would all be the big redwoods, the big sequoias. That would be all that could hold a squirrel. You can't have a squirrel out here on your.
Sweet gum wouldn't be jacked to a horse-sized squirrel.
No, dude. Nope.
Poplar? Hell with a poplar. By horse-sized squirrel.
Nothing would have been able to hold them.
They'd have just cheeks full of acorns. Just look like my uncle when he got back from Vietnam with the chew in the back of
I think cheeks full of people. They would have ate it.
I can't live in this world anymore. Horse-sized squirrels. How did that go?
That's scary.
Talking about Cam Newton, the horse-sized squirrels.
It's just, we wouldn't be here.
I don't even know. 33 minutes and we made it to horse-sized
Did we make it anything on the agenda?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Okay.
Would you go back to Scottsboro? Not if there were horse-sized squirrels
Hell
there.
no.
If they
get me off this planet.
If they keep feeding them meth in Limestone County, they'll eventually get there.
Dear God, that's a bad dynamic to think of. You really think? I think that dude just said it, and everybody took him serious.
How would you know if a squirrel was on meth anyway? I mean, they act exactly the same. I mean, they're squirrels. They are nature's crackhead. Yo, dog. Let me hold 2 nuts.
Yeah.
There's a kid again. It's gonna be a regular occurrence. I'm gonna have to give them their own Sunday afternoon podcast to diffuse this. Hey, go tell your mommy to bring me some more coffee.
No.
I'll give you $1.
You can put a $1 in your stuffed animal.
What?
You could earn another $1. What's Bo doing? Is he out there?
What?
Bo went home. He took an Uber.
Yeah, he probably did.
Hey, Dr.
He probably
Sam.
knows somebody in this neighborhood.
Are you his dad?
Yes.
Dr. Sam's typing a comment.
How long have you been here?
Quit hitting me.
Come on.
Go. Get out.
Not again.
I was trying to see if I.
Uh,
Yeah, if that falls,
I was getting ready to catch it.
turn it back on.
I'm down. I'm not completely out of the wing, but I can catch a.
I've got
some of our skylight.
I've got the base on that spread out to where, because it used to fall whenever you bumped it. That's hilarious.
Surely enough, one of these kids can knock it down.
Oh, we've got the technology to knock this down. Good old fashioned pregnant pause. Why did I put love it, hate it, go back?
Are you replying to comments? I was trying to pull that
No,
up.
no, I don't think anybody typed anything.
Oh,
I keep seeing a comment come up and right after Dr. Sam liked it, but
maybe are we background noise to people? Is it? I mean, it's pretty much the office at my house. Is this what this is?
I do not care as long as they watch it.
Yeah, man. Like, click, subscribe.
I need 20,000 regular views to quit my job. So share it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, then we need 40 so I can quit mine too.
I think it equals out to like 80 to 90 grand a year if you advertise it right. About 20,000 regular views.
Well, I'm a big fan of Demo Ranch and Off the Ranch. I know that dude has like 5 or 6 million subscribers. He's also a veterinarian. His wife's an engineer. I get it. But man, he gets a lot of damn toys, and I know these guys make a killing off. But these people are like 90 million subscribers and stuff. How much money? I guess I could Google this. You might be able to Google it faster.
It's about $4 per 1,000 views. Because I've got a
wow!
I've got a YouTube channel. It's got a giant 2,500 subscribers. Don't want to brag, but
does that get you paid? You don't have to tell me the money, but does that get you anything?
It would buy a nice steak dinner once a month.
Like O'Brien's, the house special, or are you going to go one of those prime ribs or ribeyes on the side?
I could go to Chili's and buy a steak once a month for myself.
A chili steak.
Yeah,
okay.
like a ribeye.
Hey, man, beats nothing. Yeah,
like a big ribeye. I'm talking like $30 a month, maybe.
Did you by chance make this table?
No, this is from a guy in Arab.
Mm-hmm.
I better give him a shout out. Let me.
I can tell you, it's built like a tank. I really do like it. Maybe not made for the tall dudes. I'm having a little bit of leg trouble.
Oh, you talking about like the knees right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you gotta.
Hey man, it's a table. We can lift it. All you need is 4 cinder blocks.
I was literally had on Pinterest because I'm a huge Pinterest nerd because I'm a chick. I was on Pinterest getting the plans for a sawhorse table. I was going to build a 4x6, which is I guess 2x8s right across, and put sawhorses, and I was going to stain it real nice, and that was going to be the table. And I saw this on that Facebook timeline for $100, and I got in my truck and plowed to the other end of town and got it.
You mean to tell me this isn't just one pallet that you've taken apart and rescrewed and poured stain on?
No, this is dude made it. Dude in Arab makes them for about the same price as building it. All I had to do is go get it. I'll take it. It's exactly what I was looking for. Don't have to get too attached to it. If it gets a chip, it gets a chip.
Or just nail another pallet to the top of it. It'll be all right.
Yeah, you can tell it's barnwood too, especially if you get underneath it. Underneath it is rough.
I can feel. Yeah, I don't want to get splintered.
This leg over here is flimsy because it's all termite wood. It's nice.
I mentioned splinter, and I didn't even really realize you have a splinter.
There's master splinter.
Yeah, you have a
Leonardo.
This is Poncho Splinter.
Dr. Sam said, never have I agreed more with the things discussed during a podcast. Mayo plus corn, ranch butter, not from Scottsboro, but can relate. Dr. Sam. Hey, Dr. Sam, get on the chat.
You need him on here.
Yeah. I think he's mad at me because he thinks I popped his kayak like 10 years ago whenever we went.
Oh.
Remember that awful kayak day when the water was too low?
Oh, my God.
8.5 hours on the Flint.
I think I quit kayaking.
Yeah, you haven't been since.
It was one of the worst. That day was awful.
If you wait till it gets to a little bit higher, that route is actually one of the best ones on the river. But
it gets really hairy when you go past 72 now. I mean, it's not just it's not just the white trash meth heads that are beating up high school kids on that side. But man, when those trees go down over there, it gets a little sticky.
Thank God the Nat keeps it pretty much clean.
Me and the godfather of county education,
Matt Massey.
Well, no, congrats, he just got a new position.
Where's Massey?
But me and him went out there. Me and Massey was on the river one day, and we got to that last little bend.
Before 72?
Right after 72.
Right after?
Before
okay.
Okay, well, it would have been a little further down. It was close to the takeout. And I I know that it stormed a few days before.
Oh, it's awful.
Dude, we got on top of a tree, and I got scared because I was worried. We were in a canoe. No, we were. Yes, we were in a canoe together.
With Matt Massey.
Yes. It's and I remember that we went. I don't remember everything about it. We'll have to get him on here.
We will. He's definitely. He was on the guest list.
I can do that. We can get him. Okay, we got the canoe sideways, and it was like that scary point where I was scared. If it caught water and it tried to push me under this monster ass tree, would I make it versus over the top? We slid. I guess it was just wet and mossy enough to get over the top, but I had a little bit of a panic mode, and we made it through. But then I remember, like, right after that, it went into, like, from what I remember, it was like a little hairpinish and then back out. We didn't tip, but we made it. But dude, it scares me. Like, if you think you get pushed under a tree, you don't know what else is under there. And that's what a lot of people think. They can just go under shit in the water. You don't know what's under there.
It could be another limb.
Could be another limb, another kayak. Like, you ever know a Volkswagen? You don't know what's in that damn river.
A snake.
A snake. I'm not going under trees. I don't know. Underwater.
Yeah, the Flint gets bad, especially if Knack hasn't had a chance to go down it after a storm.
Yes. That's, we've done I've done the elk a few times. I know it's controlled by a dam.
Oh, I love the elk.
The elk, to me, the elk is the real chill.
It's creme de la creme on the elk. They'd be serving mimosas on that sucker.
Yeah, you're going to get the same float every time. The Flint, you're either going to have to carry your kayak for 8 hours, or it's like it's straight up Deliverance, or the one with the I went blank. There's another movie, late 90s, rafting, the chick.
Oh, River Wild.
Is that it?
Kevin Bacon and Meryl Streep.
Yes. Yeah, that one gets a little scary.
Especially when Meryl Streep likes wearing a sports bra. Like, whoa, easy there, Sandra. Put it back on.
She still had a couple of years left.
I think her life was pretty much over.
We're done now.
She had one Mario left, and she used it.
That sports bra looks like a fanny pack now.
Like, woo. No, Meryl, please do not streep. Meryl, do not streep. River Wild was good though, because Kevin Bacon was like, "I'll shoot you," and then trying to make Kevin Bacon intimidating. Like, how does that work? Trying to put baby in a corner. Now he's got a revolver. I'm not supposed to accept that.
I don't think the action movies are the same as they used to be. I don't know if there's more actors or I just got older or what, but they don't pump them out. I don't even know. Like Van Damme had a movie out like twice a week. This was before you could stream and you had all this stuff. It's like
Van Damme.
There was always something.
Oh yeah, it would come out but it'd be always the same movie. It'd just be a different name.
Let's talk about this Top Gun sequel because I don't know.
Should we look at it? It wasn't on the topic, so we can look at it. Top Gun.
I seen the preview. Man, I think we're too late. It's not because Tom Cruise is literally one of the most insane people under 4 foot tall on the earth, Scientology wise.
Feel the need.
I don't know about this one, dude. I don't know if I'm going to be in on it or not. Now, I'm okay with we can make as many Rambos as we want. I mean,
you want to hear something? I've never seen Top Gun. I realize that every time somebody brings it up. I think I've seen pieces of it back in the 80s.
I literally think
I might have just lost subscribers.
There's usually about 12 copies in the dollar movie DVD bin at Walmart. So I would suggest get you a box of hot tamales for $1. Get that movie for $1 and you'll be okay. You can watch it.
I literally had the video game. I had to have seen it. It just when did it come out? 86? I bet I saw it when I was 3. But
I do remember I can remember that video game was hard.
Because
it was landing. You're up, right, and you had it perfect. You'd always, I think you'd only crash like 2 ways, or fly over the ship. I don't think it would. I remember that being.
I had it on regular
difficult.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
See what this trailer is about. See, Tom Cruise is like old though. That's what gets me about it.
Look, I get Hollywood. The dude's not still going to be a captain in the Navy after like 30 years. They would have processed him out. We missed it. Now, if we would have done this in the 90s.
You can tell his hands are like my pawpaw's hands.
Oh, God, no. See, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's got them old diabetic hands.
When did Top Gun come out?
86.
Okay.
Now they got, what are they, Groom Lake?
Top Gun 1986.
He's in a salt flat.
Jeez, dude. I think our time to have done this would have been by we could have done this in 1999.
99 was drop dead. That's suspense.
we're done. What it has? Well, did Tom Cruise lose his mind by then or not? Or is he?
It was probably already gone.
Are we allowed to know when people join Scientology?
We got Ed Harris. Damn. Oh yeah, he was in Westworld. I'm like, I thought he died. He didn't age well at all.
God no.
He looks like a turtle. He
Oh,
looks like
man.
that turtle from Kung Fu Panda now. He should give like sage advice and shit. That's coming from a fat guy. Still, I'm just saying, Ed Harris not age well. I age like fine wine.
Nobody
Mixed with
aged in
milk.
that movie very well at all. Let's hold on. Let's talk about. All right, let's see what your reaction.
Who's this guy?
Hold on.
Tom Cruise. We gotta have
The
Gala.
chick that was in it. I've lost my mind over here.
Oh, with her nose.
Have you
I've
seen
seen
Val?
Top
Have you
Gun.
seen Val Kilmer lately?
Oh God.
What happened?
I don't know. I think he should have just went
Oh,
with the
man.
tuberculosis. Would have been a better.
Kelly McGillis.
Yeah, I've seen.
I think
Top
she
Gun.
turned into a dude.
But she did a nose job and it like she fell off the face of the planet after that. Is she back in this one?
Man,
Why is it called Maverick? I know why it's called Maverick, but because it's got Top Gun: The Legend Continues.
have you Kelly McGillis?
She's not in here.
She looks like that retired librarian that was mean.
That's her. Why though? Why's the Geico caveman on here? What the?
We're not supposed to. It's. I can't. My God, Tim Robbins too.
Hey, Tim Robbins didn't make it out at all.
Man,
So you don't.
I gotta quit.
You remember? Have you? I know you don't social media like I do. But did you catch on the Face app thing this week with the old?
I did
people?
it and I deleted it. I didn't want to get caught by a Russian meme farm.
I didn't do it, but about 2 days before it really kicked off, Jesse Palmer did it. You know Jesse Palmer from
Yeah.
ESPN. He's got the best bald fade cut on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
He did it, and I saw a picture. I'm like, what don't I know about Jesse Palmer? He looks like he's been on meth. I was like, what is this app? And like 3 days later, I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought Jesse Palmer.
The entire cast of Top Gun has lived that app because it's pretty bad.
Oh,
except
they all
Tom
look like
Cruise.
they did it. Tom Cruise just been eating baby embryos for the last 30 years. That's the only reason he's not.
Yes, it's
You gotta come out of the closet. Oh my God.
Why did they have to name the one black guy Sundown? You can't do that. Not nowadays.
That's controversial.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying they did it. I don't think you could do that anymore. Could we? I mean, I'll
Was it-
speak. I'm going to speak up for the guy. Could we not have given him a better name than Sundown?
Where's it at? Is that on the show?
Yeah, he's not on there much. I mean, he's one of the pilots.
Oh, on Top Gun?
Yeah, on Top Gun.
Was that the original?
Yeah, I don't know if he's in the new one or not.
Well, that was the 80s. I mean, for some reason,
It was-
I don't know why, but like
That's what I was saying. You couldn't do that today.
in the 80s, it felt like you were progressive. I guess because I was 4. But but looking back, you're like, man, it was kind of still the Wild West of the 80s were like still just bleeding in from the 50s and 60s. A little bit of the 90s.
I'm glad this got brought up because Netflix, they go ape shit if somebody does something offensive. Like, I mean, we just had to kill a House of Cards. I'm not saying anything's right. I'm not saying anything's wrong.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I don't. But man, why do we do stuff like that? But have you watched or listened to any of Eddie Murphy's stand-ups?
Yeah.
Man.
Or Amy Schumer at all.
Why are they saying like how, dude? Especially not the Eddie Murphy
He's got
most recent one. They'll talk like 5 minutes into it. If you're offended by anything homosexual, man, you're just give it up. But like
Eddie Murphy.
it's bad. Like he just rips right into it.
The old ones?
Yeah,
It's been a while since I've seen them.
and it's I'm sure Netflix changed their logo to a rainbow like every other corporate America does to. They don't do it to appease. They do it. It's fake appease.
It's a
That's
money
what it is.
grab.
It is, and it's not right that they do it. I'm not. I'm not saying for the cause, but it's not. It's like, hey, let's just do it for 1 week and then we move on. It's not right. You either do it or you don't. But they still leave like Eddie Murphy up, and I was just watching like the first couple of minutes. I had to double check. I was like, am I on Netflix or is this something I bought on Amazon? Because then I get it.
And why does anybody report Eddie Murphy?
Man,
Maybe he didn't do it.
He was not very open minded.
Eddie Murphy, no.
No. Not very open-minded. I'm sure he is now because he has to be. But man,
Neither was Dave Chappelle.
man, no, and that's not that long ago. That's what's crazy.
2004.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle was when he brought Clayton Bigsby on the scene, the game changed.
I'm trying to think of a few television
Lord have mercy, Clayton
things
Bigsby.
that I could. The Prince, the Charlie Murphy episodes, and the Clayton Bigsby might have been the one. I almost thought I had to go to the hospital. I was laughing so bad.
I don't know if anything's ever been funnier than Clayton Bigsby.
Zero chance they could even. Zero chance. I know they tried to. Dave Chappelle is something that you can't replace. I like Dave Chappelle. I mean, I really do. But I think he left. He did his own thing. He's very creative. He's very funny. But going right into I guess they tried to replace it with a
Key and Peele.
I just can't do it, man.
But that was a few years later. It was
but-
literally 10 years later.
I think I still think they felt like they had to have some sort of black comedian on there, and I think they doubled down. Those guys are funny, but man, I really think that Comedy Central, of course, South Park is by far their staple. I mean, it's just
Even though
that's what kept it floating. Now the roast set they used to do were funny. The first few not as funny as the overall those, but man, Chappelle's show, it's just I would call it a national treasure. I seriously would.
Put it in the Smithsonian.
James, bitch. It was there to offend everyone about everything, white, black, gay, purple, straight,
First couple
playing or
seasons,
not. It was there to offend every damn person, and it was hilarious.
First couple seasons of South Park were the exact same way. Then it just who can we offend?
Yeah.
They got PC Principal. PC Bro.
Is that even? I hate to say, is that even on anymore?
Yeah, it still comes on. It's
I guess it just doesn't get as referenced or as. I guess people don't talk about it. Maybe I run in adult circles now, but I just don't ever hear people talk about it.
Every once in a while they'll come up with a banger, but it's all kind of just rehashing and see how bad we can get.
I guess you can only go so far with it.
You're like, wow, that was.
I think the Simpsons are older than me. Like the Simpsons, that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
That was. I think whenever Bart Simpson would say a cuss word,
They said hell one time. I was like, oh, they said hell in the cartoon.
I literally think Tipper Gore tried to shut down broadcast TV because of that.
Tipper Gore.
I know we mentioned her one time before. I think on a podcast. She tried to kill bad words in rap music.
Episode 1.
She did a shitty job of doing that. And good.
Didn't work out.
No, not at all.
Not a success. 1 out of 5 would not recommend.
No.
Tipper Gore. What was she? Was she the? No, that was. I said was she the carrot stick first lady? That was Michelle Obama with the carrot sticks. Made all the kids hungry as hell.
Tried to make lunchroom food better.
We're so mad because we're hungry. Carrot sticks. Oh man, can you imagine going to school? Be like 1 p.m. because you got last lunch, and here's your carrot stick and your grilled chicken strip. I would have fought. It would have been open anarchy at Scottsboro High School in 1998.
These kids don't know. I think these kids have Chick-fil-A's and salad bars in their high schools now. I was pretty pumped, I thought it was pretty badass that we could actually get your own styrofoam cup of tea.
Man, when the sweet tea thing started with a quarter,
yeah,
you pay an extra quarter for a tea. Ooh.
I
Added
swear,
to the obesity.
I think it was 15 cents when I started high school, and I think it went to 25 cents, and I think people bitched about it
because it went up.
Yeah, what do they pay now? Probably $3.
Lord, I don't know. I remember the sweet tea though every
Yeah.
day. I don't think I ever had lunch at junior high or high school without sweet tea.
It was good. It was good sweet tea.
Why is everybody so fat and diabetic?
Yeah.
You get all you can drink sweet tea for an hour a day.
Got a 25-cent sweet tea, and I stole a piece of pizza in my pocket. It's a good
If I
day.
had $1 for every, what are those, the tater rounds that look like a stealth bomber made out of hash brown that they used to
a
sell?
stealth bomb. Wait, you're like the big hash brown patties?
Yeah, they're the size of this note card, but
Yeah.
they were like a triangle.
Stole some.
Oh, I used to put them in my overall, my bib pocket of overalls every time they had them.
I think the school lunchroom was the gateway for people to become thieves. I think
Look.
that's whenever the good kids thought it was okay.
I'm
You
not,
can't tell me anybody here. You can put a preacher's daughter, you can put whoever you want on this table, and you tell me you never took anything extra from that school lunch. And the lunch ladies
had
that checked
to.
you out, they were cool. They didn't really care.
you got,
can't- yeah.
if you didn't take something at least every once in a while, you would starve to death. And I knew one person when I was in high school stole lunch every day.
Don't mention names.
I'm not, because he is I think he's got kids or something, but I think
listening. You know how many people who probably thinks you're talking about them right now?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
You know who you are if you're listening to this. I don't even know if I'm friends with him. But I don't know if he walked backwards. He never paid for lunch. I don't know if he got it and walked out backwards.
Did the backwards walk. Or maybe he did I was just looking to see what's here, and he grabbed like a corn dog.
I think, you never went to the new high school.
No, that actually was supposed to open, I think, like our last. No, we were supposed to be the last ones out of the old. I'm really dating myself here. I think like the year after or so. Because, my dad was still teaching ROTC at the time, and I'd go visit. But I think we were supposed to be like the actual last ones. But
Your dad was?
Yeah, my dad taught ROTC.
Sergeant Maynor.
Yeah,
that makes sense now. All
yeah,
right. He was a tall guy, wasn't
he? No, that was Major Thomas. I'm taller than my dad. My dad was the other dude. There was only two of them.
I know in the new high school, I know the old one was just a big room, and you went into the little gateway and came out.
Yeah. And
the T was on the outside. But the new one, you went in like a food court, like a Piccadilly.
I went in there and ate lunch quite a few times with my dad in the ROTC class.
And it had the two checkout lines. But so you could go out one and act like you're looking at something else and loop around, and no one ever noticed. I never did it, of course, because I'm an upstanding Christian man. But you can do that. Especially when one of the lunch ladies was from the greater Pikeville area, and you had...
Don't name names.
Lunch ladies that were from
lunch ladies are the unsung heroes. Here's why: they're not paid to deal with the shit they deal with. You never know when somebody has seen an '80s movie where there's one of those alleged food fights that never happen in real life. So God forbid you have to police up that shit all day. You're not making a lot of money. You probably get good benefits and a good retirement.
You get state.
That's hard work. Do they get free lunch? If they don't, they should. You got to deal with that. You never know when someone's going to throw up. And you got some kid like me or you holding a piece of pizza under the tray, trying to give you the nod. Do you want to deal with it? Because you probably got like 50 other people backed up. And you got some teacher bitching because lunch is taking so long.
You got to act like you care about a missing piece of pizza.
Yeah. They're not inventorying that
That's
stuff.
going to be 15 cents extra.
Yeah. Let it fly, dude.
No, I wouldn't. I wish I was a lunch lady. I'd go through. My line would just be fast. Everything beep, beep, beep.
You know, and it's you don't have to. No, nobody's stealing lima beans or anything like that.
No, they're still in high-end items.
Yeah, or the Jello surprise.
You're losing corn dogs and pizza slices out the wazoo.
Yeah, that's your money. Well, you have a high margin on those anyways, probably. I don't know about lunchroom economics.
God forbid something has a bun. You can hide a lot of shit in a bun.
Oh yeah, dude.
You can get an extra hamburger patty if you got enough lettuce over it.
But you got to be quick though. Allegedly, you got to be quick because it's not your checkout lady that I think you have to worry about.
It's those bowls in the middle.
It's the ones in the back who have to keep it full.
The wardens.
And the more you steal, the quicker they got to keep changing out. The watery peach cobbler and stuff. Nobody's stealing that either.
One level scoop.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass, Deborah. I'm getting a heaping tablespoon of this cow cud looking mashed potatoes you got because I am starving.
They're wondering why they never have to change out the boiled carrots, but man, they've literally served 325 pizzas.
You got them rolling out like nuclear waste full of mashed potatoes.
Can you name one restaurant where someone will literally serve you a piece of pizza and a scoop of corn? I bet that's that's a staple. I'm sure it's a staple. I'm sure there's no high school kids listening to us. But that's a staple. You can't go to Sam and Greg's and see if you can get a scoop of corn on the side.
I've got high school pizzas from Patrick Meat Market in there. Patrick Meat Market in Scottsboro, Parks Avenue.
Yeah.
Go see them today. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but we're looking.
They'll probably be my first sponsor. Didn't we just go down a rabbit hole about lunch ladies?
I told you, man. You're just going to have to...
I'm looking at this. I'm like,
you've got the list for the next podcast.
I'm like, what the hell? It's just... Lunch lady land.
Now, I know that they can put it on a tab because my brother-in-law was telling me that one of my nephews, when he would get dropped off, he can eat breakfast there, and he said, like, I guess he got a couple of calls about, oh, hey, just let you know, name withheld, tab's getting a little low. He found out, like, he was going there. He was treating his boys. Like, hey, man.
Bottle service.
Anybody else want, a drumstick?
Anybody want a French toast log?
Yeah. Dude, he was treating his boys.
Blueberry in the back.
He was spending like $3 a day. You know, hey, that's all right, man. He was buying. He was networking. He was building in alliance.
You got P Diddy up in there.
Yeah.
Yo, girls. Yo, want blueberry? Y'all want blueberries?
Treating his boys, and we had to re up the tab, and
Let me get extra syrup for Sarah.
I had to squash that.
He might have got him some. Well, he got some strange because of that. You never know. Unless he was like 6. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to give a shout out to the Riverton Elementary lunch crew because they will cook a Thanksgiving dinner for the teachers, and I think they do a Christmas one too. And my wife will bring home like the takeout box. They have like takeout trays. It weighs like 8 pounds and it's stapled shut because it's stuff. It's full of like Thanksgiving stuff. And man, it is great. It is by far one of my favorite holiday meals that I enjoy.
Staples on styrofoam. Yeah, that works out really well.
Yeah, shout out to Riverton Elementary. Not going to be a sponsor.
Wivelton.
But they
may be. There's multiple connections to that place around here. I may be. We may go.
I'm not going to name names, but I don't think we're getting an endorsement from the administration at that school.
Look, Jeff Malone is a friend of the podcast, longtime family, and he is fully on board.
He was my realtor.
If I can speak for Jeff Malone, which I cannot, he is a friend of the podcast. Leaves the best voicemails ever. Hey, parents, Jeff Malone here.
He could be the unofficial mayor of the Riverton community.
Jeff Malone here. Kid fell in the river, and if your kid fell in, will you please go get him? He'll be at the Winchester Road crossing in about 15 minutes. Thanings, parents. Have a good day.
Hey man, they're bringing in. I think the school owns the bounce houses that they use. Well, I mean, we had half flat kickballs. These kids now have got bounce houses.
They have Bigfoot's feet. They have a rock wall in the school.
Yes.
We had anthills. They have rock walls. At Brownwood, we had mulch.
That was it. That was one of your toys, mulch. Go play in the mulch.
Hey, don't fall off those monkey bars. You'll land in the mulch and hope to God it's not an anthill under it. They'll squish.
If the if the maintenance workers hasn't had the inmates they could trust come out yet and spread the mulch, at least you can maybe build a castle or a cave.
If we could get Melvin the janitor to come off the wagon for a minute and get over here and refill these railroad ties full of mulch, where we won't keep knocking out of breath when we fall 3 feet.
Yeah.
At Riverton, they got rubber floors everywhere.
It's kind of exciting.
I can't get over the rock wall. I mean, what, a rock wall? What the hell?
We had the jungle gym sky domes that were welded by prisoners that everybody got tetanus on, but it was cool.
Jungle gym. What is it?
That's the jungle gym, right? That's the Thunderdomes. We always the Thunderdomes are actually jungle gyms, right? And then you have your monkey bars.
Jungle gyms are the thing that's like the all-in-one. Like when you go to any playground downtown, it's got you go up and you're like in a pirate ship in 1 minute, and there's a slide, and you got to.
Is that whole thing considered a jungle gym?
Yeah, that's a jungle gym. It's like the multi-purpose. Get a concussion guaranteed or your money back thing.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
I always considered jungle gyms the Thunderdome.
Thunderdomes. One kid goes in.
Well, you got 2 kids that are chicken fighting, just kicking the dog shit out of each other, and then there's the one kid that made it to the top, and somebody's got to come get him down. That's my son.
I could never get down because you always get down and you're looking up. You're like, oh damn, do I back up?
Yeah, everybody's going back inside to wash their hands for lunch, and you're that one kid. That might need a little bit of help down. Back in the day, that thing's like 70 feet off the air, and now like literally my shoulder goes to the top of it.
I thought it was 10 foot in the air. You literally can't walk under it. If you get in there, it's like this high.
Yeah.
I thought this was 30 foot in the air. I'd surely be dead.
You don't see seesaws anymore either. I think they're banned.
I think somebody got pinched.
Up on Montesano, I know they have some.
Yeah, they do.
You always thought you were you'd always have the kid you really wouldn't, or it was usually your buddy or someone you didn't like. When you had them up in there, you do the old roll off and let them come down nuts first.
I think the pinch point got him. I think somebody lost a testicle about 1998, and it was just ball game from there.
They're not. Yeah, I haven't seen one in a while.
Pinch points are like the new secondhand smoke.
Well, they also have those little hamster wheel things too that are getting rare. They got them over at Central Elementary. I know
hamster
that.
Wheel.
It's like the barrel you stand on and run.
Oh,
that thing can be a widow maker.
Yeah, I never was good at that stuff.
No, me either. That thing, to this day, it scares me. And I stand there on that thing. A kid that's really good on that has no fear. The kid's going to be an astronaut because those things right there can be a widowmaker.
What about the giant leaf springs with the seat on top? That if you fall off of those, you're getting hit with a wrecking ball.
When you're a grown man and your kid is literally not even near the weight you are, you got to be careful. You get excited on that thing. I mean, you're getting a homegrown vasectomy right there. That thing's going to smash you.
Have you been on the leaf spring?
Yeah.
The thing you sit on? It's like a cow or something. It's like a handlebar and like a spring as big as a bucket, and you lean over and it boom.
Mm-hmm.
But then it comes back up, and if you fall off of it, it's...
Yeah, that's a widowmaker, dude. I'm okay.
Jesus,
I believe
Lord.
playground equipment should hurt people in a way. It's building character and it's making these kids tougher. I'm okay with a little bit of an injury.
I used to get hung in them flying saucer things at County Park once a week. I don't even know what those things were.
Nobody ever knew.
You get up in the middle of it. How do you get out? How'd I get in here?
If you get too many people in there.
And you get on the top. I've been on the side and like, oh, this is it. This is ball game.
Yeah, you have to jump.
Aren't they still there? I went by there last week. I just looked over, the pool was gone.
I think they might still be there. I still think they're actually pretty tall.
I'll never forget the flying saucers. They were 7 foot in the air. Holy shit. What just happened? My gosh. I was going to talk about Area 51.
Are we still storming that, or what's? Hey, you know what? Y'all can have that.
S6. Well, I pulled this up that Bud Light is going to offer free beer to any alien that makes it out of Area 51. And that's assuming that their insides can handle alcohol and it's not just a deadly poison. It was on CNN.
Are we going to give them Bud Light if we find an alien, or are we going to give them something a little better?
Most aliens I see have got Modelo's already.
Yeah,
but it's just
I get that. No,
Dora. What's in that backpack, Dora?
Modelo's.
Said screw it, free Bud Light to any alien that makes it out. Bud Light.
I don't want to give them. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. But you know, like, why not? Somebody's got to sponsor it.
Got the aliens raising hell and praising Dale. Woo! What if they don't have 3 fingers? They can't praise Dale. That's discriminatory there. What if the species can't praise Dale? What if they like praise Rusty Wallace? That doesn't ring a bell.
Well, then Miller Lite is your sponsor.
Krusty Wallace. Well, that's even worse. Then the alien's going to beat the shit out of their alien wives if they're drinking Miller Lite. Shut up, woman! We introduce domestic violence intergalactically. Is that what we want?
I forgot you're a NASCAR fan, right?
I was.
You know,
not anymore.
Cornhole is more of a sport than NASCAR, and everybody can be offended by that because I'm going to tell you this: if you watched the hot dog eating contest, for one, if you didn't watch the hot dog eating contest,
I forgot to put the Area 51 logo up. There it is.
You can unsubscribe now because you're not American. You have to watch. If you don't know who won the hot dog eating contest, like 5 minutes after on the 4th of July, get out of my life.
It was Mickey.
But right after that,
Mickey and Joey.
The the cornhole championships came on ESPN. Pounding beers. I mean, like, they are drinking, dude.
You were at a cornhole contest.
I guess I was just thinking, well, I guess if they're out, they're out. Like, I guess they're out of their division. But man, I was just noticing people just freaking turning up the freaking can, the aluminum bottles, and I was like, man, they are having a great time. Sponsored. You got these cornhole commercials come on. And I mean, like,
they can use the word cornhole over and over and over. Back in our day, it was Beavis and Butthead.
But you know, I tell you what's funner. I call it Pisgah horseshoes. But you ever play washers?
No.
With the 3 holes?
I haven't. Sorry.
Okay.
Pisgah horseshoes. I can't get past.
Well, the reason I called it that is
sounds like an STD.
When I was in college, all these Sand Mountain dudes, which usually were people from the Pisgah area, like they all. I remember those guys always having a set at their house. So I just jokingly called it Pisgah horseshoes, and I heard a few people refer to it after that. But washers is 3 holes, different points. You throw a little washer. I don't know the size.
Like this big, like as big as a quarter?
Okay. Yeah, the big ones. You toss those, and you can shove them off the board and all that. I thought it was a little more fun than cornhole, but I just called it Pisgah horseshoes.
Why would Pisgah? Good Lord. We need to get every Pisgah resident on the podcast at one time. They could all sit over here. They could talk about how much better they are than Rosalie.
Man, that's a heated subject.
Ooh. Did you ever go to, you probably went in the Army. You were, what year did you graduate, 99?
Yeah, 98.
Good Lord.
Stop, just quit.
What are you, 40? Did you
No,
ever go
not
to
40.
Did you ever go to Did you ever go to Rosalie to the bull riding? They had them every week. You had to go through. Yeah, they had bull riding. You could pay $10. This sounds funny now that I'm saying it out loud. You could pay $10, and that accompanied with a health insurance card could ride a full-grown bucking bull.
I know what you're talking about. I know.
Tim Cox bull
Do we
riding.
still do this? Is this still? That's.
doesn't
By
even-
no means am I going to do it, but
I want to do it, but I don't think it exists anymore. I've tried to track down if Tim Cox is still a thing. No one knows. I even went by there last time. I had a cousin got married at.
I'll ask Keith Barnett. He's my Pisgah connection. We'll figure that.
I had a cousin get married in Eider. Where'd she get married? Pisgah. Definitely Pisgah. Shit, I can't even remember. That was been last year and I don't remember. But I think we went by where Tim Cox was and it wasn't there anymore. It's like an open field.
This is just like somebody's house, right?
Yeah, it was at somebody's. It was a field and they sold Cokes and candy bars.
And bull riding lessons.
It would just be nuts out there. They had the little bleachers like a Little League field. Be like, woo! Go Pookie! Ride him, Pookie!
I could sit there and probably drink beer and have
I don't
a
think
great
they had
time
beer.
watching.
I know one time an ambulance took somebody away. They got stomped.
They better have one on standby out there.
I saw my
I
friend
have to look up that.
get slammed. He came off. He rode a bull, and it just as soon as he come off, his face plowed it like a cultivator. And he had braces. He had mud caked up in his braces for like a week and a half. He had one eye open, the other eye's covered in mud.
There's a Netflix special about bull that I just thought of, but there's a bull riding special about how that's a lot of their tickets out of like South America.
I want to ride a bull. They don't have buckouts anymore. Apparently, it's not a big deal.
You want to ride a bull?
I would like to try it.
All right. I
Now
know where some are at.
if I saw one, I'd probably be like, oh, I'm chicken out. But
Well, do you want to start out like on a goat?
I've
Work your
ridden a
way
goat.
up?
I've ridden a goat before. The rumors aren't true, you weirdos. But no,
Yeah.
goats won't throw you. They're very compliant.
Compliant?
Yeah.
No.
What are they going to do? They got 200 pounds on them. They're a goat.
They're fierce. We have a goat guy that sells goats around from
Wiry.
our house, and they'll get stuck in the fence every now and then. And I tell you what, dude, they will not let you help them.
No, they're
They'll figure their way out. You just have to let them be. Or if the coyotes get them, then that was just what was supposed to happen.
End
But
up-
I tried. I called the dude, and I went back. I felt bad. I'm like, man, dude, you singing it. You got to help this goat. And I tried again, man. I mean, that's some bitch he was raising. He was done. He was not wanting me to touch, help, bend the fence. I was like, all right, man. If the coyotes come, here's your time.
Then he got out.
Yeah, I slept better knowing I went back and tried. Yeah, I think he got out. The next day he wasn't there, and I didn't see any like scraps on the ground.
That's
so I think
what
he got out.
That's what got Josh Brolin killed in No Country for Old Men. Never go back. Let
Mm-hmm.
you make the decision. No Country. I just heard a bunch of screaming out there. Who knows?
There's an adult. I think there's an
Yeah,
adult out
she-
there. Well, how old's Savannah?
7.
She's in charge.
In some
Close
countries,
enough.
she would already have 3 kids by now, so I don't feel bad at all. In some cultures, she'd
You'd
be
have already traded off for four heads of cattle and
a piece of land
a piece of
somewhere.
land. Yeah.
I'd already have her betrothed to a warlord's son down the street. Speaking of warlords, one of my notes here is get Butler on the phone. I don't know why I wrote that.
He is probably very, very, very tired because they went and saw the Rolling Stones last night in Jacksonville, Florida.
He's not at work
No.
selling guns. Has he got employees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just like him.
No.
Him and his
He's
dad.
got a I guess a couple of dudes and a girl that does the books and stuff, and him. So he's got employees, but dude, what time is it now in Florida?
Depending on where, 2:30 or 1:30.
I'm not going to
No,
insinuate anything, but I bet he's tired.
Yeah.
Well, the Rolling Stones will keep you out late.
if you don't get a good 6 hours, you need some rest.
Yeah.
The
Are there-
Rolling Stones. Why are the Rolling Stones still going? They've been rolling since the 40s.
I kind of wish I would have went now, of course, hindsight, but
Jacksonville,
I saw
Florida?
I saw some clips, and like Mick's still out there jumping around, and those guys have got to be getting some sort of medicine or treatment that there's no way any of us could afford.
Same as
Dude,
Tom
there's
Cruise.
yeah,
Baby embryos, man.
there's some. Yeah, they
Wave of
are
the future.
chugging baby embryos or something all day. They have to, because I saw Mick he's singing and he's running now. I mean, I've seen concerts and stuff. Of course, he sounds better in the studio. But dude, like last night I seen them. They were out there letting it rip, man. I mean, they're probably going to go till they die.
Oh, one of them's going to die on stage. Keith Richards is going to eat him.
I don't think they're going to die.
Keith Richards is going to... It's all right.
If you think about the history of rock and roll and music, and how they're still here, then it doesn't make any sense. I see your notes now. It says Egypt.
Oh, Egypt? Oh, that's hang on. So I put Egypt on there. It's funny.
It's really big letters. I've never been there.
No.
But
Egypt. I put Egypt on the notes. I'll put it on here now. It's interesting. You just hard transition, but it's okay because that Rolling Stones is all day.
I didn't know if that was a cue card because you wrote that really, really big.
I did, and if you saw what I was looking at,
don't forget to switch back.
I did. That's because I didn't want to leave it on a picture, but I've switched to the Egypt subject on my podcast hosting program software. It tells you where people come from, how many people listen, your audience size, what devices, and one of them said I have 1% of people from Egypt listening. Now I was like, if you're listening from Egypt, I don't know.
Shout out to the doll heads in Egypt. Shout
out to Egypt from the Bobby Dizzle podcast. Share with your friends, but this is only on the this is only from the audio portion. Because when I'm done, I'll take it all and upload it to there, and it sends it to
your buddy in Egypt.
No, yeah, it sends it to Ahmed in Egypt. It sends where is it? Jesus. Okay.
You think it's somebody's VPN routing it around, or you really think
that's what some person thought, that it was a VPN router from that was in like overseas or something. But we do have a lot of Germans that listen. Randy's friends from Germany listen. There's like 10 people over there. I'm gonna be big in Europe like David Damn Hasselhoff.
Hey, you could be if you're big in Japan or Europe, you don't have to be big in the U.S.
Let me switch it back. But
I don't know what did you just show like a map of Egypt or a pyramid? Or
no, it's hang on, I'll set it down. Start it over.
I don't want to offend our one Egyptian friend. I shouldn't assume it was.
Oh, you see how it's got the percentages?
You threw some data up there on them.
See, I could make a transition, and that's what we're showing. That's what the people are seeing.
Oh, okay. So I just thought you might have pulled up a picture of a map.
I got a picture of the pyramids.
Sphinx with pyramids.
I've got like a Area 51 symbol, and I had the picture of the courthouse, which that's the other end. That's not even the part of the courthouse anybody goes in. I think that's the end that they closed off, the south end.
Freaking 9/11, man, forever changed the Jackson County Courthouse. But hey, there was a shooting there one time, right? Like not too long. Well, I think a couple of times people get shot out there.
It was like 07. I think I'd moved back from college. It was like 07 or 09, and Scott Kellenberger did it. Local hero Scott Kellenberger, the game warden. That dude is a saint. He gave me a ticket one time for having beer on the management area. Don't blame him. That dude is a freaking saint. Like they'll write songs about him.
Well, you said he did it. He was our hero.
Yeah, he's the one that tackled the shooter.
Really?
Yeah, he was walking out the other end and saw a dude with a gun or something and just like forearmed him or something. Dude is jacked.
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. Like, I don't know him, but I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Kellenberger's a saint, man. He's an American hero.
Yeah, people forget about our. No, they don't. Anyway, Scottsboro does have a little bit of a dark history. We've had some car bombings.
Lord, lately it's like justified. It's like Ballard County and Harlan, Kentucky combined.
Hey, I did see.
They found Mike Aiken floating face first in Robinson Creek, for God's sake. And then people getting shot. You got Barry Whitten. Everybody forgets about Barry Whitten. I want to get Mac Atkinson on here, the investigator that did it, and have him tell the whole story. But some people say he won't do it. I think he would. I think he'd like to get it out. Mac, if you're listening, if you know anybody that knows Mac, send it to him. I want him on this podcast. I'll come to his house. I don't even care.
I think
I want to hear about Barry, all of it.
One of Chief Dawes' kids shared like the mom, Mrs. Dawes' staff. The dude, there was a guy filming There's a documentary being filmed about the snake handler.
Snake handler. Yeah, that's new. That's like now.
Is it on Netflix? It's not on Netflix.
No,
yet,
they're probably still in production because they're just shooting there like last month. That takes like a year to do.
You know, that's one of the things people bring up about Scottsboro. It's everybody, all your lost underwear goes there.
Yep.
Snake Handle and Crazy Baptist
It's Broward County and Harlan all in one.
are one of the most studied cases I've been told in a lot of law schools is the Scottsboro boys.
Yep.
That's like the three things right there, dude.
Oh, this picture is actually from the end of the courthouse. If you can't see it, but if anybody watching in this courthouse, there's a historical marker, bottom left, and it's a black square. That's the Scottsboro boys historical marker there. I just happen to know because I've spent many a long night on the square, preaching the gospel and converting people to face the Holy Spirit and know Jesus. But yeah, that's what happened.
Scottsboro kind of reminds me a little bit of Pawnee from Parks and Rec. some crazy shit. There's some crazy stuff that's happened that it wouldn't shock me if they painted a mural.
Yeah, man, Scottsboro, and they don't even have a Chick-fil-A.
Don't talk about it too much because I'm still trying to. Want that to be mine. Yes, I would move back to Scottsboro.
I would. Who said that? Somebody made a comment.
Wait,
we got a comment. Dr. Sam's.
Oh, there's Dr. Sam. He commented 42 minutes ago. I don't know if he's still.
Oh, yeah, he's probably gone.
But yes, a Chick-fil-A. Man, I'll tell you something. Let's talk about local restaurants. The old Red Rose Diner, Royal Road, it's in the Carlisles now. It used to be in front of our Costco. I heard it's not doing too good.
Wait. What are you talking about? The Costco here?
Yeah.
Oh, the one beside Starbucks?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been there.
That place right there had some of the best omelets I've ever had.
I've never.
Well,
when it turned from Beauregard's, I've never been there since.
Beauregard's could be one of the biggest letdowns of a restaurant I've ever. But I would say that or trying to eat lunch at Old Black Bear in Madison. Your service can't get any slower.
Shit, you ever
not
been
looking for them to be a sponsor now for sure. But
you ever been to Twin Peaks?
No, I haven't. I've heard it's pretty bad service wise.
Somebody said all the girls are scantily clad. I'm like, I don't even notice that because you're starving half to death for like an hour and a half. Come on, we get it. Your boobs are out.
Yeah,
bring me the chicken.
I think one of the worst places I've literally ate in the past like 10 years in Huntsville is every rare like 3 years somebody will want to go to Hooters. Oh dear God, man!
Every time a good fight will come on, you get that one obnoxious friend that has an obnoxious friend and wants to go to Hooters because he thinks it's like a strip club, but it's not.
The douchebag that digs out his tap out shirt and his cool water.
Guys, let's go to Hooters. We won't look at the waitresses. Do we have to?
He thinks every chick wants to come home with him, but all he wants to do is sit there and drink a water and eat part of your fried pickles.
Guys, these wings suck. Oh, look at her. I know those guys. I hate Hooters anyway.
Man. Hooters was a part of my life growing up. But, dude, what it is, I mean, honestly.
I went there when I turned 21. I danced. I was like, you won't dance at Hooters? Like, I will certainly dance at Hooters. I've been drinking since 9 a.m., and we're definitely dancing for some chicken.
The Huntsville location is, it's right there on the corner of Wynn. But it was where the Chick-fil-A is, where they serve the Lord's chicken now, and then they tore it down and built right next door, and then Chick-fil-A moved in. And then right across the road there, you have Tenders. So you got a lot of chicken options.
Is Hooters
right
still there?
Yeah.
Man, I was at Wynn yesterday, and I don't even think I saw the Hooters.
Didn't even look up. It's that terrible.
Now, I'll tell you, the good Hooters is Tuscaloosa Hooters because they pulled from like the top tier of women that needed money.
Hey, they shut the.
That was a good one in Tuscaloosa.
They had one in Auburn and they shut it down. It went out of business just because like all the sororities were supposedly banned everybody from trying to work there. And
oh man, that's the draft picks.
Gotta stay classy, bro.
You can't get with local talent at Hooters. Imagine if they had one in Scottsboro. Somebody's mama. Y'all want some more chicken? Dear Lord, get it out of the ranch, Helen.
I wonder what the I don't know, but what's the equivalent of Hooters in Scottsboro now?
Probably
Pains?
Marco's.
What's the pizza?
I'll tell you the Scottsboro equivalent to Hooters, and that's Captain Damn D's.
Oh man,
because y'all want some more sweet tea? You only drink 3 gallons sitting here. Yep, kidneys are still functioning. Pour it. One time my grandpa told me they had crack in their tea because he always wanted it. And she's like, we don't put anything in tea but sugar. She got all mad. He got in the car. He goes, I think she got a little mad at me about the tea.
Didn't they? There was a Long John Silver in Scottsboro one time.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And they pretty much got ran out of town.
Captain D's like put a hit on it like the Klan rally. Burnt like a wooden chicken, a wooden fish fillet in their yard. And they had to leave.
Oh man!
Captain D showed up in their hoods and their visors and threw lemons in them. What's those breads? Remember when you take your mom to Captain D's and she'd always get the salad and had that piece of bread that looked like a weapon? He threw those in Long Johnson's. The joke is terrible. I'm just saying.
Busted the windows out.
I've never even. You can't get a tooth into one of those Captain D's breadsticks. My God, a hot 4-piece with extra fries. I take that right now.
I like how this. I guess every one of our episodes will find its way back to a Scottsboro restaurant.
That's all that I know.
Because I know we've talked about twofers before. That's one of my stories I tell a lot of people.
Yeah, the Whoppers. That's all I know. And I
that's all we had. People were sorry. We didn't really have a lot.
I try so hard to not be from there. And growing up, I used to be like, I'm never leaving. And now I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I will pay $7 for a chicken sandwich. That's like the official Scottsboro motto. I ain't paying no $7 for a chicken sandwich.
Is that the haters against Zaxby's, or what's that for?
I can go down there to
the Zaxby's is still there.
I can go down there to McDonald's. That also a Scottsboro. I can go down there to McDonald's and get me a chicken sandwich for $1. Supersize it. It's our anniversary. But it always come down to every conversation like this. And back home, Scottsboro. I'm like, what are you talking about? You had a small town from Scottsboro, by God. I know people. I've seen some shit.
I did take some guys from work we went to the Geno's.
Oh man, that's a national treasure.
But I had to explain it's not the old Geno's.
No.
I'm not expecting it to. We all knew it wasn't going to be the same. Sadly, that thing's probably been in the new location longer than it was the old one. I don't know. We'd have to get a hold of Josh Brickley and figure that one out. That was Brickley family, I think. His grandpa.
Oh, now it's Stevens.
Yeah.
Now it's Scott. Shit. Let's see. They moved. Somebody's coming in. They moved in. What's going on? When did they move? That Stadium Grill.
That shopping centers are.
My stomach was growling.
What happened? Didn't you get a taco? What the hell? It had to have been around like 2005 when New Geno's was built.
I know we talked about it before. We're going to have to get people on and figure out if their small town has the same food experiences like I'm going to try to shut this door. Yeah. We're going to have to send a pod invite to Mr. Matt Mitchell, Casio.
Oh, Casio.
Because I know the Gadsden area where he's from. Has to have these kind of.
Well, they talked about that on Rick and Bubba. They'll go through that.
Okay.
The Quintard Mall in is he from Addison or Gadsden? Gadsden.
I thought it was Gadsden
it's like
area.
Same place.
You know,
Gadsden.
we'll know. We'll invite him on.
I want Matt Casio in here anyway. He's been. See, I've got.
A picture of him?
The autographed Rick and Bubba from 1998.
You know what? We're going to tag him in this podcast and make him listen.
Yeah, if you know him, I mean Casio.
Everyone knows him. He's if Huntsville had a Mount Rushmore of radio broadcasters, and I told them this, you would have Chris Kelly from WTAK. You would have Jimbo. Yeah. Jimbo should be. Jimbo is. If we had a state Mount Rushmore.
What about Mojo Dixon, Freak Daddy?
I just don't. I'm not calling another man Freak Daddy. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's a bad dude, but that's just a nickname I
Freak
can't
Daddy.
do. I can't do it.
It's the voice of the Havoc.
I know, and I get it, man. And it's not. It's nothing personal. It's just something creeps me out.
What's his name? Like Daryl? What's his real name? I guarantee his first name's like Daryl.
That's a good.
I could Google it.
And then
got the internet.
Casio. I'm out in the road. And then also Conrad Thompson, who is doing great with podcasts.
Man, Conrad would be great on here too.
Conrad, he's a big timer.
He would see my house as a peasant's shack, a thatch roof hut.
Dude, he would throw a home equity loan on you before you knew it, son.
2,000 square foot, get out.
He would cut your mortgage in half, save you $3,600 a month.
Hey, Conrad Thompson.
Conrad's another local. He's a legend. He's a national treasure now with his wrestling podcast. Because
with Ric Flair.
I don't get to listen to him near as much. And if I'm not mistaken, that's his father-in-law. He married one of the daughters.
It is.
I don't get to listen to his. When I do, man, I'm rolling. I mean, I don't have a lot of time, but I know like whenever he comes on, like Jimbo and Casio, and he cracks me up, man.
He was on Rick and Bubba for years, as an intern and a recurring host, recurring guest. And when Rick and Bubba came to Huntsville, they, something I got there. Hang on. When Rick and Bubba came to Huntsville for the We Ain't Never Been Nowhere tour, 25th anniversary, Cassio came out and did like 20 minutes of stand-up, and I laughed my ass off.
He's a funny dude, man.
Oh, my God. And he didn't have to do the dinosaur where he acts like a T-Rex.
Hey, we're road tripping to the Comedy Catch. You ever been to the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga? It's been years.
I haven't. I've only been here into.
Cassio, we're gonna come up there.
Does he go up there a lot?
He does like some weekend gigs.
I will podcast from his dressing room.
It's I've always wanted to go up there. Yeah, I'm like everyone else. I got an excuse, but we're going to go up there. He does stand up live here.
He does Cassio sometimes or another.
I thought maybe you had a Rick and Bubba PlayStation game. I had to. I was like, wait a minute.
That's a DVD.
Where's Cassio? Is he a playable character on the Rick and Bubba video game?
You jump up and down and burn your Meemaw's house down.
You had to unlock him. You had to download him.
He's an unlock. Him and Don Juan's are lock characters.
Was it? You had to pay $1.99 to get Cassio as a playable character.
Who's in here? Is he on here? Greg
flip it around. He's on the front.
Yeah. Dude,
we just gave a 5-minute pitch to get him on here.
Yeah. Like, I put this here. Let me tell this story. We'll wrap up.
How long have we been going?
Too damn long. People not listening. Hour and 30 minutes. Shit. I probably told this story before, but back at hang on, put this back. I'm gonna watch that later. That was funny.
That, man.
Got my ticket in there. Man,
watch it later.
I freaking love Rick and Bubba, like to an unhealthy level. Mm-hmm. I've met them once in '96 when they came to the Veterans Memorial Park and played softball against Scottsboro Band Boosters. And listened every day ever since. But back, I went to, I said I flunked out of Northeast.
Yeah.
But then I followed some chick down there to Alabama, and my parents gave me one more semester to prove myself. Went to Shelton State, and I made all A's. And I'm like, well, hell, I just didn't have to go hunting. But then one day I was in computer science. I was a computer science major then, and I had a panic attack. You ever have like one of those epiphany kind of panic attacks? Like, what am I doing here?
Every day.
Yeah, I have it now with my job that I semi hate, but I had a panic attack and I was like, I gotta change my major. I cannot be a computer science major. And I went and I started like praying. I'm in the computer lab. I'm like, what do I like to do? I'm like, Rick and Bubba. I love Rick and Bubba. I had a little list down. I remember it, and I remember that I like to back in FFA we made hunting videos all the time. That was my projects. I always wanted to make hunting videos. I'm like, I'm going into broadcasting, and it was all because of Rick and Bubba. And ever since then, I'm like, I owe like half my career to Rick and Bubba because of that. But that's why I got them here. It's like if I make it to the podcast, they're coming with me. Make it successful. And that's my inspirational.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Yep.
You're doing it. That's good.
Audience of 7.
Does it tell you who's listening now?
No, not now. That's just for my anchor thing.
Oh.
But I'd like to make it on their show one day, once I get more than 60 regular listeners.
Well, we're huge in Egypt, so we're gonna
if I take off in the Middle East, I would thank the maker. Like every Middle Eastern person likes me. That's 50 million people there. Retire and move. Retire.
Every Middle Eastern.
I am big with the Taliban. I don't even care if it's satirical, like ironically big. They make fun of me.
I don't think they do much satire.
Yeah, and
it's not big in their in their circle.
Satirically cut your head off. They like
Oh yeah, they hate when you do cartoons about them. So don't do that.
Remember what would Joe Rogan talked about the what was that thing in Paris where that shot up that cartoonist? What was his name? Charlie Baltimore.
Charlie.
Not Charlie.
Oh, dude.
Charlie Baltimore. That's the chick used to sing with Ja Rule.
Charlie Baltimore.
I'm gonna be with my baby. No, she was the one. She was on the Diamond Heist Ja Rule video back in like '97.
Wait. Time out. Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah, she's a singer.
We're getting derailed here. Charlie Baltimore, rapper.
Yeah. She was on the Ja Rule video.
One of my pieces of advice I tell young men, don't ever date a girl that has a city in any part of her name or nickname. I'm not going to go into details why, but you don't ever want to date or be with a girl who is named or shares a nickname of her city where she's from. If someone's named like Scottsboro Debbie, no.
What about Lisa Fort Payne?
No.
She likes
When girls
socks.
get named, yes, it's probably a double standard.
Rainsville Renee.
When someone picks up a city as a nickname, just don't. I'm just telling you, don't.
She done something.
That's what those girls usually move to, like the other side of the state or country where nobody knows. I mean, it's because I'm not going to go.
Lord
down.
have mercy, here's Kilpatrick Carroll. Move on out the way.
Yeah, you don't know.
That's only funny to 8 people, but they're laughing their ass off.
Yeah, and everybody knows it's true. Right now,
Kilpatrick Carroll.
there's some girl. There's some girl right now who's known as like Pisgah Pam, and she knows exactly what the hell we're talking about.
That's my mom. Quit talking about her.
Yeah, there's people right now whose mamas are. Mom, why are they? What are they? I got to stop.
Why they call you?
Yeah, why are you named after a city? Well, nope. You don't want that.
And then.
And it's true.
What
so
about,
nobody can tell me wrong. It's true.
What about the place called Rash? What if you're named after that? Why do they call you Rash, Mama?
There's a city called Rash?
Rash, if you go in Stevenson, go to Big Coon.
Oh, those are like
that's not a
Big
city.
Coon and Black Ankle and all those places out there.
That's probably a place named after a creek. You go to Big Coon and you go to Stevenson. You go around toward past that Graham politician guy, the Judge Graham.
Mm-hmm.
You go around there, back where everybody got their senior portraits made by the Bill Miller photographer guy. He had that dog. But you go around there.
He had that dog. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that dog.
Every single person had their picture made there knows that damn dog. And you go over the railroad tracks and you go through Rash and you can go to Little Coon, you come back out, you go to Big Coon, and you go over Little Low Gap and you're in Roach's Cove. Roach's Cove Betty over there.
So let me.
This is turning. No one gives a shit right now.
No, but here's another thing. A lot of people just realize that they live in a place where a dog is a landmark for giving directions.
Yep.
My dad can tell you how to get across the country just by telling you about restaurants. He will find out a restaurant and take you from there. But people, you turn
Like
left
a
at
guidepost.
there, no, but by that dog. Oh shit! And that dog's been there. Usually gets replaced by another dog.
Have you ever been? It's usually from somebody that moves there from somewhere else, a new student, new coworker, and this is specifically back home because here we are imports. But somebody says a certain business name and you don't know where it's at, but you realize you know it by the person that owns the business.
Yes.
I was like, where is that? Because you know how the signs out front will get changed out. Nobody looks at them. Like Southern Family Markets, Bruce's Foodland, all that crap. Like, where is that? Oh, it's Steve's. Oh yeah, the old Walmart.
Yeah, same. Yeah, the old wall.
The old Walmart. The old Walmart.
You have to go back to Walmart sometimes. I remember the old Walmart in Scottsboro.
Oh,
Do you remember?
Yeah, it's
you know
Road and Baggett, right beside the funeral home, Rudder Funeral Home.
Well, it's not Road and Baggett.
It's the old Road and Baggett.
It's the old. That's it. It's the old Road and Baggett.
Now it's Ashley's Furniture or Dogtown.
It's Dogtown. It's like Dogtown. Honestly, I never see any cars there, but it's still in business.
It's a money laundering scheme. Obviously.
Furniture stores. I'm not saying that one. Furniture stores. You can't tell me these mattress stores. How in the world are they going? They'll probably open a Bed Kings out here in front of your house and sell $4,000 mattresses and never close. Come on, man. That's cartel money.
What else is money laundering?
It's got to be mattress places.
There's another business around here I say is money
What
laundering.
about these Cricket Wirelesses and all these phone companies that open up? You think?
Oh yeah, riding other networks. They're just suckers.
What about fireworks stands?
No, they're not money laundering. They're just people who just want a quick buck because they don't have any money in it. They get
already on the land.
They get a
fireworks stand, and there it is.
They sign a contract with these fireworks distributors for $100,000 worth, and they'll get it all in and sell what they can, take the profit, send $100,000 back, and keep the profits from them. But if the place catches on fire, they're liable for the $100,000. Coach Hicks from high school told me about that. He ran one. I know the ins and outs of the fireworks industry. Kind of a big deal.
It's kind of crazy when you get older. You hate fireworks.
Yeah, I used to keep them in my truck.
Yeah, I used to always have a stash, but now, dude, that's another firework etiquette. Dude, when the news came on, we were done. Dude, now in my neighborhood tonight, freaking Bubba, he'll get out there at damn 10:45 and want to let some Roman candles loose.
I heard some on Wednesday, sitting right here. Pow, 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 pow. I'm like, it is the 20th, sir.
I think there's always been a sound ordinance rule or something and there used to not be one in the county, but this is literally when all we had out here was soybean fields, and now
Cotton.
Now we're still in the we're still in the homes from the black bears, and they're all over the place now, and people are building subdivisions everywhere. And I think
I run before daylight, and it's hard to run with a 45 Colt. Like they don't make a fleet feet attachment for a Taurus Judge.
Hey, the day the damn bear was running loose, I don't know. I'm sure it's still running loose. I got home that night from soccer camp.
It was on this road. It was here.
Right.
It was a Bell Factory.
I think my wife got a little loose with the push mower. She probably had her a couple of ultras, and I saw where some of the monkey grass was laying flat, and I was like, "Stop!" I had to stop Bo. I was like, "Wait a minute." I thought maybe the bear.
You found this feeding ground.
Yeah, I think some. Yeah,
She got a little loose with the mower. Sam going full blown boomhauer out there. Dang old monkey grass, man.
she would hate me if I got to talking about our lawnmower situations around our house. We've had some bad lawnmower.
Go ahead and,
we've had bad appliance. Anyways,
let's go ahead and ruin the marriage real quick.
it was a push mower.
No. Well. All right. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. That was. Did I just get a? She's texting me. Yeah, we're done. All right. We'll wrap it up. Episode 17, Derek Maynor, before we ruin marriages and get put in prison for libel. Go visit Unclaimed Baggage. You won't find anything, but it'll be a fun trip. And visit Patrick's Meat Market, not a sponsor.
Support your local fireworks stand during thoughtful hours, please.
Why did my microphone go out? What has happened? Really?
Is my microphone
No, mine. I don't know. Maybe my headphones. All right, we're gonna end it. Train by day, Bobby Dizzle podcast by night. All day.
All day, all night.
Train by day, Bobby Dizzle podcast. Okay, peace out.
Goodbye, people.
I don't hate Scottsboro that bad. I'll probably move back.
We love you, Egypt.
When I go on unemployment, I'm gonna need those tax dollars, people. Pay them.
Shout out to my German folks.
Shout out to Egypt and Germany. Thorsten, come here. We need you on the podcast. Do not bring your SS uniform. Peace.